Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jennifer Walsh. I'm a Senior Media Officer with the Institute of Medicine and National Research Council. I want to thank you all for joining us here today. Those of you joining here in the room this afternoon, as well as those joining via the webcast. This is a discussion of the new report that was just released, Confronting Commercial Sexual Exploitation and Sex Trafficking of Minors in the United States. This report is now available, and it can be downloaded as a free PDF along with video and other related materials at www.iom.edu and www.nas.edu. This will be an approximately 1-hour briefing unless we run out of questions beforehand. We will start with some opening remarks and introduce the study and then give an overview of the report's findings and recommendations. We will then open the floor up to questions. Those of you in the room are asked to go to the microphones on either side before asking a question, and those of you watching the video webcast can also ask a question by submitting a question in the Q&A text box and clicking the submission button that is located under the player. We ask everyone that asks a question to please identify themselves and their organization. And with that, please let me introduce Clyde Bainey. He's the interim Leonard D. Schaefer Executive Officer of the Institute of Medicine.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us at both the webcast, for those of you doing that, and people present in the room for the release of our report confronting commercial sexual exploitation and sex trafficking of minors in the United States. Commercial sexual exploitation and sex trafficking of minors are frequently overlooked, misunderstood, and unaddressed domestic problems. In the last decade, they have received increasing attention from advocates, the media, academics, and policymakers. However, much of this attention has focused internationally. This international focus has overshadowed the reality that commercial sexual exploitation and sex trafficking of minors occur every day within the United States. The Department of Justice, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention asked the Institute of Medicine and the National Research Council to examine what is known about these problems and what the evidence offers by way of solution. The report is the culmination of that committee's, the examination of that topic. I'm very pleased to introduce the committee co-chairs, Dr. Richard Krugman and Dr. Ellen Wright Clayton, who will present the key findings and recommendations from the report. They're joined today by fellow committee members Abigail English, Sharon Lambert, Callie Ranison, and Jonathan Todres. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the committee for its excellent work on this difficult subject. Their efforts were supported by an outstanding team of project staff led by Patty Simon and including Tara Minero, Pamela Atai, and Alejandra Martin. Special thanks are also due to Kimber Bogard and Arlene Lee for their oversight and guidance on this project as board directors within IOM and the NRC, respectively. Finally, I'd like to thank the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention for their support of this work, and especially for their ongoing commitment to address the complex public health and public safety issues surrounding this urgent topic. Now I'll turn the program over to Drs. Krugman and Clayton.